Hello, welcome to HTML class. My name is Seth Moses. Today we're going to look at the topic that says HTML attributes. HTML attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. These attributes can be created or can be added inside existing HTML elements. Like I said before, that attributes provide additional information about elements. Attributes are always specified in the start tag. Attributes usually come in the name or value base, like what you have here, name equal to, then in quote. One of the first attributes we have in today's lesson is the href attribute. The href attribute is known as the hyperreference or the hyperreference attribute. This is placed inside the link code. For you to add a link into a web page, you will need to use or need to specify the link code, which is A inside a tag. So the A tag defines a hyperlink. The href attribute specifies the URL of the page the link goes to. Now take a look at this example here. This is the link code A. Inside it, you now place href. Remember that you will give space and type the href equal to, then the quote. The link which you are referencing to will be inside the quote. Like here, you have https://www.educator.dijiwave.com, the end of quote. Now the clickable button or the clickable letters a user will click and be taken to this website is visit Diji Educator. Now you have to close the link element because it is started here. You are going to close it here. So this is the forward slash for closing the link element. Now notice very well that the attribute here is href only. Now you will learn more about links as we begin to code. Another attribute is the src attribute found in the code. The image code is img. So img tag is used to embed an image in an HTML page. The src attribute specifies the path to the image to be displayed. Take for instance, img is the image tag. Now the attribute can be placed after the img, such as src. src means or stands for source. So the image source is equal to or is directly to equal both the image name and its extension. The extension of this image name here is .jpg. For you to reference an email properly in HTML, you must know the image extension. There are numerous file extensions of images such as .png, portable network graphics, .jpg, photographic expert group, and GIF, graphical interchange format. These are all image extensions. Depending on the type of image extension you want to use, you must reference the image name and its extension properly, otherwise you will have broken image appear on the screen. Now there are two ways to specify the URL in the src attribute. One is through the absolute URL, links to an external image that is hosted on another website. Take for instance, like I have src equal https and all the rest of them, blah blah blah. Now this is another website and there is an image that is hosted here. So The absolute URL starts from img. This is the folder where this image img_girl is stored in. This image is not stored in the same location where the HTML files are stored. So because the image is stored in another website and it can be linked to another website through the SRC code, then it is called absolute URL. Note that external images must be under copyright. If you don't get to use it, you may be in violation of copyright laws. In addition, you cannot control external images. It can suddenly be removed or changed, and that is true. If you depend on linking to images that are found in other people's website, one day the images can be removed by the website developer or the owner of the website, and your website will be scanty. Another method is to use the relative URL. It's the best. Through the relative URL, you will be able to create the image and store it directly inside your website. Now, the relative URL is the use of the method SRC and link directly with the email, the image name with its extension, such as this. If we have an IMG and we reference it with SRC, the image name and its extension is this. So the image, the picture or the photograph must be in the same location where the files are stored. Otherwise, you will have a broken image. So take a look at this. SRC source. We use a forward slash we use a forward slash anytime a folder is involved. For instance, if this picture is stored in this folder and you want to reference to this image, first of all, place a forward slash, put your image, put another forward slash before you get to the image name. What this means is that there is a folder before another folder called images, then the image name. If there is no other folder and the only picture you have is directly in the folder where you have created your HTML files, then you will not have this forward slash. What you will now have is exactly what you have here. No forward slash will be used. Now, another attribute we add into HTML element is the width and the height attribute. Take for instance, in the image element, you can define the width of the picture and the height of the picture by specifying the image width and the image height. This can be seen here. The image width is 500 pixels while the height is 600 pixels. This is defined after you have specified the image location. The next attribute is the alternate attribute. The alternate attribute is used in case the image did not load very well. Then there will be a write-up that should narrate or explain what is in the picture. So you use the ALT to reference, or alt to reference to the image, so that if the image did not load very well, in case of a network failure, the alternate text will now describe what is in the image. Another attribute we have is the style attribute. The style attribute is used to add styles to an element such as color, font size, and more. In this paragraph code P, the style is used to give the paragraph a color different from other colors on the web page. And you can do that with the style equal, then in quote color, colon, then the name of the color, and semicolon, end of quote. This will give this paragraph a red color despite the fact that the page may contain other colors. Another one is the language attribute. The language attribute is specified in the HTML element. So why do you need the language attribute? Most browsers will try to translate your browser based on the type of language you have specified that the page is. So it is right to display or tell the browser, display my document in English or display my document in French. And this can be done through the language attribute lang, and is placed inside the HTML element, the open HTML element. You can also use country codes and all the rest of them to include your language. The title attribute defines some extra information about an element. Take for instance that this paragraph code, you give it a title, I am a tooltip. Tooltip is an information that shows when you hover over a button or over a word, and a small information will pop up and display to you. So for you to include that, then you have to define the title of that paragraph, like what you are seeing here. In this case, we are going to make some coding on the attribute we have mentioned in this lesson. Let's dive in, let's launch our text editor and have some code done. Now, previously we were able to create a web page, and the web page is titled this is a document. This is my first heading, and this and this is the paragraph. This is my paragraph. Now let us add the style attribute to this paragraph. Here we define the style attribute as color, then colon. What is the color name? Let's call it green. Have you seen it? Then semicolon. This is going to turn this is my paragraph to green. Now let's save it and run the code as we did before. So we go to the location where we saved our file and double click to open it on the browser. Good. You can see that this is my paragraph is turned or is now showing in green, while the first one we have is still in black. Now let's experiment more on the title. We can still give a title despite the fact that we have a style in this. You can see title equal sign, put your quote, hello Abia, then end of quote, end of quote. Now you can see that the title, let's save and refresh the page again. Have you seen hello Abia popping up on the screen? That's good. Well, let me increase the size of the screen so that you'll be able to see very clear what I'm talking about. So just see hello Abia popping up once you hover over the paragraph. That's how to include the title attribute. The next I'm going to do here is that I'm going to add another style attribute to H1. What I'm going to do is to give space here and say style. Now I have style equal, then quote. So I want it to be, say I want to say font dash size. I want it to be 25 pixel. Then I'm going to put my semicolon. The semicolon means that I'm done with the style. Notice that I didn't put semicolon here. things like font size, font color, font family are CSS inherited formatting. So we use this to format, use CSS inside HTML. So the style here we define, or we make this text to appear 25 pixels in size. Let us save and review the page again. Good. Notice that the size of the text has reduced. Now let me change the color of the text. Now it is 25 pixels. Can I change the color of the text? Yes. I'm going to say style. Yes. Another style. Going to have a color. Let's use a color red. Then put this. Let's see what happens now. Good. Very good. So the text color now changes to red. So can we increase the font size? Sure, we're going to increase the font size to let's say 80 pixel. Save it and see how it looks like. Good. See how big the text color now looks like. Wow. So this is how to include the text attribute, the style attribute. Remember that this is the style attribute, this is an attribute, this is an attribute here. So let's add an attribute, the language attribute, to HTML. So we say lang equal quote, we say en. This is English. So if we want United States English, so we say US-en, and that is the language attribute in action. Then another thing I'm going to add is the link attribute. Now I'm going to create a link here. So I will do that by adding a, then href, going to references. Good. I'm going to reference it to the website https://www, let me say educator.djwave.com. Good. So this is this. So next I'm going to put my right hand core key, say this is my link. So close the code, the link code, and see what happens. Refresh. Can we refresh the website, the web page, and see what happens now. So you can see that this is my link, that it's now showing a human hand here, that this is a link. Good. When you click on this link, it will take you to a different website, and which is learning portal. Good. This is the website it has taken you to, and this is Diji Educator official website. So can we go back to where we are before? Yes, click on this and that will take you to the rough page again. So this is the code that is doing the magic. Now you can also use put a link inside a heading or inside a paragraph. So let's see how it goes. Put your H1, then like this, then close it here. Good. You can use H3. Let's use H3 and see how it goes. Good. Have you seen it here? Good. Now let's go back to the code again. Let's see everything we have done now. Everything we have done. Good, 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 good. In case you have anything bothering you on this, you can also specify the font family. Font family is how the text will appear. So you can specify the font family here. So we have this as green. Let me declare or define it as let me include the font size, font dash size, let's say 40 px. Okay, so let me put a font dash family, let's say Vadana or Times New Roman, any one of your choice. Times New Roman. Good. Save your changes and see and observe what we have included now in the code. So reload. Good. Now you notice that this is my paragraph has increased by the font size on the code. The font size is 40 pixel and the font family is Times New Roman. This is where we're going to stop the lesson on HTML attributes. If you have any question, please drop your question through the comment section or through our communication channels. Assignment on these lessons is available under the practice lane and practice section. Do well to complete each assignment and submit so that your progress will be tracked. Thank you for watching this video. Until next time, God bless you.